There will be no changes in Iranian policy. The relation between Iran and India will be strengthened. The previous cabinet of Dr. Raisi has put the rail of the relation. Anyone who will come to rule have to pass through this passage.
Second round of elections are underway. In the first round, nobody could gather the majority. So what do you think will happen now, and how is it going to pan out?
Thank you for NNI for covering these important events in Iranian political life. Today we are holding the second round of presidential election. Two candidates are competing. Inside Iran, more than 55,000, and outside of Iran, more than 700 polling center are accepting the vote of Iranian, and we hope that until tomorrow morning we will have new president. You know, regarding the effect of the result of this election, I should mention that there will be no changes in Iranian foreign policy and internal policy. Of course, the discourse of two candidates differs, but the main issue of country and the main elements of both discourse are the same. Both discourses are emphasizing on strengthening the Iranian power internally and externally, and they are emphasizing on cooperation between Iran and international community. But one discourse believes that the international community is not just United States and Western country. This discourse believes that the international community contains more than 200 countries, and Iran should work and cooperate with all these countries and not limit its relation with specified countries. Another discourse believes that we have some tension with United States, with Western countries. We should find solution for this. So mainly there is, of course, there is some differences technically and differences in the elements of their discourse, but the whole result will be the same. One discourse believe that both discourse believe that economic sanction of United States is an important and a headache of Iranian economy. So both are emphasizing on the lift of sanction. But one discourse is emphasizing on strengthening Iranian internal power and cooperating with international community. Another discourse also have the same idea, but believe that we should emphasize more on negotiation with Western countries to bridge the gap between Iran and these countries. Generally, I can say that there will be no changes in Iranian policy. I assure Indian brothers and sisters and Indian government that the relation between Iran and India will be strengthened, since the previous cabinet of Dr. Raisi has put the rail of the relation. Anyone who will come to rule have to pass through this passage, have to to go through this road, and we have signed different agreements. We have defined different fields for cooperation. Connectivity is main parts of our relation, and culturally, we both governments have agreed to strengthen relation. So I am sure that with the new president, there will be new energy, and it will energize the bilateral relation between two countries.
So what will be the major sectors in which both the countries will focus going forward in coming months and years?
You know, connectivity is the backbone of our relation. India is a rising power. Rising power means that this country have to, first of all, diversify its route to international market. Secondly, it needs safe, short, cheap routes to the markets. For this reason, we are witnessing different initiations by Indian government. INSTIS is one, which India was initiator of this. We believe that through different projects which has been defined by two countries, the relation and cooperation of two countries will be strengthened. India has agreed to open a credit line for about $250 million for implementation of infrastructural project in the southeast of Iran. Besides this, according to the Chabahar port contract, India has accepted to invest $120 million. This is beside this. We are witnessing that the attention of Indian investors toward Iran is increasing. Last year, during recent months, in fact, more than $120 million was invested by Indian citizens in Iran in different sectors, especially in mining and industry. It shows that despite sanction, Indian economy, Indian entrepreneur have understood the importance of Iran and its potential. And we are trying to prepare the legal base of this cooperation to pave and prepare good and useful ground for the Indian and Iranian investors. This is besides this, tourism is another sector. We recently exempted Indian citizen, Indian passport holders, those who hold Indian passport from visa of Iran. You can just buy a ticket, fly to Iran. Even your passport will not be stamped. You know, there were some concern in India that if we go to Iran, our passport will show that we have traveled to Iran. We have exempted Indian from visa. Even we exempted Indian from stamping their passport. So you can easily go to Iran without being traced. You know, no one can trace you, and it is important. We, despite both countries have good and historical relation, still Indian knowledge about Iran is less. I as ambassador, our embassy, and Ministry of Tourism of Iran have to introduce Iran. At the same time, we are trying to increase the attention of Iranian tourists toward India. Recently, the number of, after COVID, in fact, the number of Iranian tourists into India has increased. We are encouraging them, We are not just, and we do not just emphasize on to absorb Indian tourists. We believe that tourism is not just one-way road, one-side road. We should work on Indian to visit Iran and also Iranian to visit India.